Hi guys, sorry for the late video this week. This week I wanted to do two exercises, one on success and one on letting go, because that's my theme this week. Look, I'd like to obviously start out by, just asking you guys to kind of go through some questions about what happened this week for you, if there's anything kind of really sitting with you that you want to address in meditation today. I'm looking for just a few struggles that you can bring in, and then we can obviously address those. This week, did you notice that you handled things better? What support networks or coping strategies did you use? Were they successful? If they weren't, what else can you use? It's always about substituting. If you've got a habit that you want to kick, usually not necessarily a positive way, depending on what you're substituting it for, but usually substituting a habit for something else is is beneficial, and it helps to obviously move past that. If we're looking at mental illness, if we're looking at addiction, something to substitute it for could be a healthy lifestyle, could be even gaming, could be doing some kind of service or outreach. It could be exercise. Those are good replacements. Getting into cooking even, because we all know that if we're not doing well, we probably won't be eating well either, which would be affecting how we think. It's all a process. Like it all kind of coincides with each other. So it does make a larger impact on our lives when we're not eating right, we're not sleeping right. And meditation obviously is a big part of trying to distress during the day. Be mindful. Don't focus on too many things at once, which will make you overwhelmed, which will obviously increase anxiety and make you just stressed in general. And so, at the end of the day, you probably will find it a lot more difficult to wind down, especially if you're a coffee drinker like me. So at the end of the day, I have to be mindful of how much coffee I'm drinking, because I'm quite an anxious person in general. So, I do find myself staying up thinking, I probably shouldn't have had those 30 cups today. I'm joking, probably not 30, but I don't count for that reason. Anyway, so look, we'll go into the first exercise, which is about letting go. So this one is something that you would probably want to do by yourself, when something's bothering you, or even after, if you've done a bit of a reflection. So a good reflective exercise to do on letting go is to ask yourself what the problem is. So this is a mindfulness exercise, really. So what the problem is. So is it a person? Is it a substance? Is it mental illness? What is it? And then we want to look at how it's affecting your life. So, is it making a negative impact on my work, and that's affecting me? Is it every area of life? Like, is it my daughter, or my children, my work life, my ability to get out of bed? Like, is it that bad? What is this problem? How is it affecting my life? And what can I do about it now? So you got to try and figure out, obviously, patterns. Has it affected me due to something that that they've done, or some external kind of factor that's happened in your life? Or is it something that's going on with you? Like, are you letting it affect you, or are you making assumptions? Or it's always a really good idea to find out whether it's actually truthful. So look at your facts. Where are the facts? Are there facts? And if there are facts, do a little bit of research on it. If it's a toxic relationship, have a look at toxic relationships. I have all that in albums on my page as well. So guys, go into it, have a look. They're in photos, and it talks about different you know, different toxic relationships, what to look for, communication, you know. Do you want to be able to sleep easy at night? I know I do. So I always want to make sure that I'm communicating in a way that sits with me. And we all have different relationships. We are all personalized, you know, the way that we communicate, and that sits with our character and our personality. So don't just look at something and think, oh, well, that works for somebody else. Look at what works for you. How do you feel? You know, be intuitive, be aware of how you're feeling, what's affecting you, and you know, stop and pause and write it down if you have to. Journal. I always find so many things are going on that I forget, so I'm always journaling because or writing stories or poems or something. Different people work in different ways, so maybe do it in dot points if you don't really like writing much, or draw something, but store it in a place where you can go and access it and find timelines for those incidences. Okay, sorry, I did say I was going to do this exercise. Okay, so the first exercise, I want you guys to get in a seated position, you know, and relax a little bit. Think of that situation that we were kind of discussing. So, or multiple situations. It's really up to you how many you want to bring in. Okay, and now I want you guys to clench, unflex, everything so that you're quite comfortable. Now I want you guys to start out by breathing in for 4 seconds, a count of 4, and breathe out for 6. Okay, ready? Okay, now continue to do that. And as you're doing that, just let it happen naturally. Don't continue to force it, because I know sometimes it can actually take away that light feeling that you get from doing meditation if you're actually forcing the whole time. Okay, now I would like you to close your eyes and imagine, or if you want to do it actually in a physical sense, you can do that as well. Go and get a balloon. Okay, so in your mind, you imagine this balloon. Okay, now as you place that, the top, you know, where you blow into it, into your hands, I want you to imagine that what you're going to blow into that balloon are your problems. Okay, so envision your problems, okay, into little balls of air. They're quite small now, little bubbles of air. And place the balloon to your lips. And breathe into the balloon like you are blowing it up. Like I said, you can do this in a physical sense as well. Just breathe into the balloon. Okay, and as you're breathing in, just focus on clearing your mind and releasing all of that tension inside you. Because those problems that you're breathing in, they may have something to do with you. They may be external. But right now, you're taking control of them, and you're making them, you know, obviously more peaceful in your own mind. And you're showing it compassion as well, your whole life, by kind of saying, look, I just want to be clear about this. I want to think clear about this, and I don't want it to have such a negative impact on my life. So just breathe all of that out, and then at the end of it,
Mama,
yes, darling.
can you look? Can you just look the thing on Facebook?
Okay.
Look.
What is it? Sorry, guys. Oh, got a scratch on your leg. All right.
I really need something to help it.
Okay, alright. Well, look, I'll do that now then. Okay, guys, well, I have to end the exercise now because I have a little dilemma. I'm not actually talking to anyone, sweetheart. It's just a video. Do you want to say hello?
Hi.
You want to show them your little breathing meditation? You know your breathing meditation? Okay, now which one is that? Is that the bunny? Because I thought the bunny went... When you wiggle your nose. Ready? Do it. That's now when you want to do the snake. So And what does that do? Does that make you feel better?
Yes.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? She has leftover face paint. Yeah. Alright guys, well look, I better go, but keep focusing on blowing up that balloon until it's full, and then once you tie it up, let it go into the atmosphere and watch it float away. Awesome. Alright, bye guys. Focus on your positivity, mindfulness stuff, letting go this week. Alright. Yeah, not at the moment. They will later. Alright.
Excuse me, can you talk, please?
Yeah, there's no one there. Okay, alright, bye bye.